My
Hello, hello,
guy.
hello.
Appreciate you, man. How you doing?
What's up? Yeah, I was confused. I was thinking it was gonna be
Hey,
on, but
hey, you.
yeah, this is good too. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, no, I'm good, man. It's solid. We was about to go, just go do your live, man. It was good. It was good, man. No, I appreciate you being here, taking the time out, man. I just want to take a second just to welcome everybody who's here. So everybody who's joining in for the live, definitely appreciate
Yes,
you.
welcome everybody. I think it's about to be a very interesting, live video.
It's going to be crazy, man. We
And it's
excited
crazy
to
because
have.
I haven't been on the internet in like 3-4 months. Like I
I've been
just been like,
seeing. I know this is a big deal. You opened the page back up just for us, so we appreciate it.
yeah,
We appreciate it. So this is a part of our Grammy Museum mentorship Mondays. We've been doing this series all summer long, and really excited to have you here to end out with a live video. This is a mentorship program we've been doing with students from Grammy U in partnership with Michelle Obama's Reach Higher initiative. So it's really exciting to have you open back up the page and come and talk to us, man. So if you're ready,
of course.
I'm just ready to just jump into it, man.
Let's go.
So I know you were born here in the States in Atlanta, but you were raised in Nigeria, right? So
Yeah, because my mom went to school, like university in Atlanta in Clark. My mom went to Clark.
right.
So I was born there obviously, but most of my life I've been in Nigeria. I only went back to America when I actually went back for college. But like most of the time, I was out in Nigeria. Like everything I know about my childhood is Nigerian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, tell us a little bit about how growing up in Nigeria and the culture kind of shaped,
I mean,
who you are as an artist.
with me, it's kind of double-sided because I got dual citizenship. I'm both American and Nigerian.
Right.
So like, I understand both cultures. Like I grew up with both cultures. I was the only child of my parents that actually lived in Nigeria with my parents. My brothers and sisters, they was all in London, America.
Wow.
I would only travel, I would only travel like during like breaks from school.
Right.
Breaks from school, like travel, holidays, summer holidays. So like every time I was over there, I understand the culture. And like me, I grew up listening to hip hop. Like I grew up listening to like Eminem, 50 Cent, Ludacris type stuff. Because every summer I'd go to America. I'm like, yo, what's the new song? What's the new artist? Blah blah blah.
Right.
And then I go home. It's the same thing. So I love both sides of the music. But I think it took like, it took one trip. I took one trip to Nigeria in December of 2009 or 2010. I can't remember. And then the entertainment scene was crazy.
Right.
The entertainment scene in Nigeria was like crazy. So I came back home. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what I'm saying? I saw it grow, and I was like, man, I really love to do African music. So I just really started listening to more African music. P Square, D'banj, Two Face, Style Plus, Face, like a lot. And then I just started loving African music, and I bought my own equipment. I just started producing, making African beats, and it just happened.
Man, and I know the Afro beats sound, really became popular like on an international level, like in recent years. But some people I feel like got it confused a little bit in the beginning. So from your perspective, how would you describe the Afro beat sound? Like, how would you describe that?
I mean, I don't think you can really describe it with a sound, because like Afrobeat is really, started with like Fela. Fela started Afrobeats. He's the originator of Afrobeats. So I think when like in the UK, when they were looking for a genre to put us under, what I'm saying? I think they chose Afrobeats as the genre. Right. But a lot of songs that we listen to, like for example, like a Wande Coal song or Fireboy song, R&B.
Right.
Would you really say that's Afrobeats? But it's not really Afrobeats, but we've been put under as a genre as Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really where people have to understand that it's kind of two different, has like two different kind of meanings. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, and I know you said you were, the youngest sibling, and it seems like most of your siblings kind of went and joined the family business, but you said, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do the music. What was it about music that made you say,
it wasn't really like, I want to go like rebel and do my own thing. It wasn't really that. I was just in love with music. It was just, I couldn't concentrate doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? I was slacking in school. I was slacking in a lot of other things that, you know, I was meant to be focusing on doing, that it was just music. And it's just like, I had to kind of fight for it, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
it's just what I just knew that I was destined to do. You know what I'm saying?
I know you said you went to school. When you came back, you went to school for a while at Alabama.
I came back. I came back to America. And then I went to school. I first went to school in Tennessee. That was the first.
Okay.
Yeah, the first place I went to was Tennessee.
Okay.
Then it was weird. It was like I couldn't stay there, so I got moved to HBCU in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama. This college called Oakwood University.
That's right.
So that's where like I bought my first equipment. Then I started recording in the dorm, and that's really where like I was like, you know what, this one. I went to college at 15. I went to college very, very young, because in Nigeria, you graduate early. I said you do. Everybody goes to college like 16, but I was young. I went to college 15. I was turning 16 that fall, so I was in college really young. So at that, like 15, 16, I knew that I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it here. Like, I want to go back home and do music. So that's how I just went back home and I started.
So take us back to that dorm room or wherever you was at in college, and you producing your first tracks. Like what was that?
So like the first time I even ever saw like a mini studio or like any type of equipment, I was outside the dorm, and like the guy that stays above my room, he used to do like gospel music.
Okay.
So like I was used to hear like upstairs, boom, 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 boom. I was like, yo, let me go upstairs and check this guy out. So I went there, I knocked the door, blah, blah, blah. He opened the door and I seen the equipment. I was like, what's going on here? So I went in the room. He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, you can record music like without being in like a big studio. Right. He was like, yeah, you just buy a laptop. You know what I'm saying? You get your mic, you get your sound card, and you get your your software to record on, obviously. And like the next day or the day after, he took me to the store. I bought all the equipment. And then it was lit. And then from there, I started watching YouTube videos on how to record, how to like at least record to make it sound good at least before you send it on to get mixed and mastered. And then from there, it just started learning. And like I was saying, as I was learning music, how to record, I was slacking in other things. You know what I'm saying? So like, the music took over me and everything. So it was just like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting now because, you know, the creative process is so different, because now you could be, like you said, in the comfort of a dorm room or your home. You just need a laptop and all this. So,
in your living room, you can, anywhere.
Right. So
you can, like these days you can record it. You can actually record on your phone.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you can record on your phone.
Album. Yeah. So what's your? I know that, I mean, for you have such a diverse background with the creative process, because not only are you an artist, but you're a songwriter and a producer. So when you're getting ready to go in the studio or in your home and you're getting ready to create, what's your process? Do you start with the beat? Do you start with the lyrics?
I mean,
what's your process?
like with me, like in the beginning of my career, like early stages of my career, it was really like almost a one-man band. That's like my first recording, like my first single. I made the beats. You know what I'm saying? I recorded the song myself. You know, my second single, Davido, I co-produced it. I mixed and mastered Davido myself.
Oh, damn, so, you get it. Okay.
Yeah, so like when I was getting bigger, you know, I was going on tour, so it was like I kind of knew like I couldn't do everything myself, because like everything was getting bigger. So like I mean, I have like producers that I work with, like now, like a range of them. I have songwriters that I work with, co-write songs with range of them. I have engineers that I work with now, because I believe in a collective effort right now. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real.
You know, for a while, I was producing a lot of my own stuff. But now I really just sit back and learn from young minds, learn from even like these new producers that are way younger than me right now. I'm even learning a lot from them. So it's just, it's just crazy.
So when did the moment hit for you? Because I know that your like your dad really wanted you to be in the university and follow the school. When was the moment for you where it was like, this is what I can do. I'm gonna do it, and there's no turning back. When was that moment?
I mean, like obviously, like I'm not a fool. Like when my dad told me, like, oh, you gotta be in school. Honestly, I wasn't gonna leave school unless I blew. Like I was sure, like, it's lit type. You know what I'm saying? But like I was in school. I came back home. I was in school at Bangkok University. I was there for like 2 years. I was there straight for like 7 months straight, straight, and like it's outside the city. It's like outside the city. So I made sure I was like, my friend had to tell me and call me like, yo, it's lit, boy. They played the song in the club last night. Everybody went crazy. I said, bet, I'm out. So that's really how. But honestly, I blew up and I went back to school and I got my degree.
What did you go to school for?
Business management / music.
Man, so you really got the best of both worlds here, man.
Because the business side of everything is important. Like I said, like music's 30%, music is 40%.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying, the business side obviously is something that you have to,
so
have
do you feel like you benefited from finishing school with your music career? You feel like that knowledge you got from
honestly with I don't want to be like, oh, don't go to school or it's bad, but I don't want to be like, oh, you have to go to school to be able to handle business in music. I know a lot of people that haven't finished school that that even more, they're killing it in the business side of things. So I wouldn't say, but with me, I said it did help me. I say it did help me just to concentrate and just sometimes in life you just have to sacrifice. It was something that I had to do for my father. Like, look, I let you do this music, but just finish school. So I just that was my own term. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For somebody else, it might be different. Now a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go to school, so I can't just say go to school. You know what I'm saying?
I saw an interview where you talked about how your dad made a deal with you and said you go to school, he'll build you a studio and do the 2 videos. Talk a little bit about that conversation with your pops.
No cap. No cap. That was the deal. I was like, all right. I was like, you want me to go to school? All right, man, let's make a deal. Whatever. So he built me like the best studio in Lagos at that time.
Yeah.
The best studio. He built me like the best studio in Lagos at that time. So, and honestly, I benefited a lot of that studio. I recorded my first album studio in that studio. I met a lot of artists, a lot of big artists that were way bigger than me at that time. They came around in that studio. So the studio did a lot for me. I wouldn't even lie, it did a lot for me.
No, that's big. That's big. I mean,
so the deal was,
you was already negotiating.
No, the deal was I go to school straight for 2 weeks. So if I go to school Monday, I stay 1 week. Then the next weekend, I get to come home. You feel me?
Okay. Oh, so you was traveling back and forth that often?
Huh?
You was traveling back and forth that often?
Yeah, it was like 45-minute drive. Like,
okay. Going back there. Okay. Man, so I know you talked a lot about, you were really hands-on in the beginning doing like the production, the mixing, and now, you're more established. You can have like a team around you. But was there anybody around you from the beginning, any mentors or any people that you looked up to on a music base that kind of helped you to get to that point where you are now?
Oh, definitely. Like I said, I mentioned some names before. Like, shout out to Don Jazzy and the Bands. Like, those are like the first people, like, me, like, coming from Atlanta and just hanging around them. Honestly, those are like the first people to inspire me to want to do like African music, because like them boys did that shit. Like they did it. Like, my bad for cursing, but them boys did it. You know what I'm saying? Like they took it on another level. Like I remember seeing them with Jay-Z and Kanye in a room. I was like, what? Wow. Like African music, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that, being African in college and seeing that and showing my friends like, yo, these African musicians, look at them with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? That it made them take, the whole thing more serious. So of course they had a lot to do with me, wanting to do music. Of course, my father, of course, is a mentor, but apart from that, what I'm saying, I learned a lot from myself. I learned a lot from experiences that I experienced, coming in the industry. I've been through a lot. Before getting here. So, it's just life. I think life has been like a crazy experience for me to just use as, But I won't say like, apart from the people I've just named and a couple other people, of course, like the musicians I named earlier, P Square, Two Face, they're a lot. But when I say like the people,
the style or how was it working with?
Nah, like trust me, like everybody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the genre, African music has been loved for time. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like now we're getting like the exposure. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now we're getting to do late night shows. Right. Now we got billboards in Times Square. We're on the radio. We're getting booked for festivals. You know what I'm saying? So there are a couple of things that make it look like it's new, but it's not new. African music has been loved since King Sunny Ade, since Fela, since time. Like these legends have been signing international contracts way before even when we just started. We are like a couple years back, and everybody thought it was like the first time. But it's been happening. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like I said, it's always been here, but I just feel like it's just now that we've gotten that recognition. So everybody like thinks it's new, but nah, it's been here for time.
No, that's true. Been here for time. Man, I know you've been dark for so long.
And so and like with the artists, like with Chris, me and Chris just had a mutual friend, and he just called me like, yo, I have a song called Assurance with Chris loves it. So Chris was like, yo, Chris dancing to Assurance in the living room. He loved it. I was like, yo, what's up? Give me his number. And I called him the same day, and we just linked up from there. And I really think it's important for people you collaborate to be your friends. Like,
right.
I feel like the vibe has to be right. Like, I hung out with Chris for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we even shot a video or, did any record. You know what I'm saying? With right. Summer Walker, I had been in the studio with her man, London, on the track for like since time. I've known him since when I've known Thug since time. But Lil Baby, I met Lil Baby when he first got out of jail, before he started rapping, before he got in the studio.
Man, no, that's true. I definitely want you to emphasize a little bit more on, just like you said, the importance of just friendship, because that's big. You see a lot of people that may think like, oh, I'm gonna just
like friend, like trust me, man. Like I said, experience. Yeah. Like I said, experience has been like a great lesson. So like even with me, like I've made songs with people in the past where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, the label hooked it up, but if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If it's not natural, if it's not something that I can see a future with, go on tour. Like me and Chris, we went on tour together. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much more than the music. You feel me?
Right. No, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Talk a little bit about, did you run into any challenges when you stepped into this industry? Like, were there any times where you kind of maybe felt doubtful, or you felt like, man, maybe I should just fall with the school stuff, or
there was never a time. There was never, because I'm a warrior. So like, there was never a time where it was like, oh, I'm quitting. But like, I did have a lot of like, in the beginning, I did have a lot of challenges because of my background and where I come from. So a lot of people just, oh, his dad has money, so I paid all the blah, blah, blah. But I just kept on winning. I'm like, I just kept on winning, you know what I'm saying? It just got to a point where it's like, he's just blessed and he's good at what he does, you know what I'm saying? It took a while for people to accept because of my background, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm over it.
Where do you build that confidence from? Because a lot of people, it seems like they stop when it gets hard. But for you,
there's a lot of times. A lot of times, I wouldn't say I wanted to stop. It was just like, man, like this is kind of too much. But like I said, like the music, you get in the studio, you hear the music, and you just you just get inspired again. Like, you know what? Let's go. Now ain't nobody stopping me. You know, and looking back at my career, I'm like, what? Imagine if I stopped. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
and it's just motivation to a lot of other people. It's just like, you can't really stop. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people that blew up at, I'm 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? I started when I was 17. My first song was 17. Yeah. So it's like, I've seen a lot of people struggle, and blow up at a late age where I'm like, I feel so, where I'm like, I don't think I could have hustled and, you know, grinded for so long.
Right.
But I've seen it happen, and it happened crazy. And when it does happen, you look at those people and you're like, what if this person quit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for with me, it's just, I blew up at a young age, so I'm just grateful. It's like every time I'm just grateful. So when I see other people like grinding, I always want to give a helping hand. I always want to, you know what I'm saying, give them a platform. Because I know that when I know
no, that's big. That's
because I know that, you know what I'm saying, my platform.
Yeah.
Because I listen to songs, I'm like, huh, if I sang this song would be the biggest song in the country right now. Like a lot of songs that I hear, right. or if I get on this song, or if I put this person on my platform, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It will change the person's story. You know, it just shows you that, you know what I'm saying? You just sometimes just need that extra push or need that extra person to motivate you. A lot of my artists that are big now, they was like about to give up when I came through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when they see it now, like, boom, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? To just know that, you know, and even with me, like, I'm getting old. Like, I've been in the game 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
still young. You're still fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
in a couple, maybe in 10 years, it's going to be my boys that signed. They're going to be killing it. And I'm just going to be sitting, chilling in my chilling.
So you have some artists that you've taken on too?
Yeah, I got about 5 artists. Peruzzi, Mayoko, Dremo, Ido West, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Yonda. It's a lot of us. Ichaba, Lil Frosh.
Yeah.
Equal.
No, definitely.
What is good?
No, shout out to, yes. So how do you pick the artists that you want to work with? Like, how do you choose which artists you feel like, oh yeah, I want to take this person underneath my wing?
Honestly, like it's weird. It's never really like, we're doing like, send your songs in, I want to listen to. It's just always natural. Like with Mayoko, I met Mayoko on Twitter randomly.
Wow.
Peruzzi, I met Peruzzi. I had a friend that used to like drive me around in Atlanta, and he just played the song randomly. He was taking me to the mall. He just played the song. I was like, "Who's this?" And that's how I met him. I DM'd him. Dremo, I met him through a friend. So it's never really like there's no really like it's never really a process. It just happens. It just happens naturally.
Right. Man, definitely, man. I got another question I want to ask before we got some questions from all the fans who tuned in too, so I'm going to get to some of those questions. But before we jump to that, I know outside right now it's closed and slowed down, but I know you said you do a lot of touring as well too. So tell me, you know, about your live show and how you prepare for, you know.
Yo, man, you know what? The pandemic hit me so bad because I was on tour, bro.
Yeah.
I was on the AGT tour. I had done like how many shows? I did like 5. We did 6 shows, like sold out, crazy. We lit. The next show is Toronto. It's about to be lit.
Right.
I just wake up in the middle of the night, check my email. Tour canceled. I said, what? Bruh. In my life, I would never have thought this pandemic would have really hit this generation. Like, it stopped the whole world. So like with live shows, like a couple weeks ago, we this company in Nigeria organized like a live stream. It was kind of like a test run, like a live stream,
Right.
kind of like concert. And then I see some people doing like the drive-through concerts.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I don't know, but we're gonna see how we can you know, see how we can work it out. Because the best thing about being a musician is having to perform for the people you make the music for. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. We'll figure it out, man.
Well, look, I'm going to pull a few of these questions up. We got a question right here. It should come up across the screen. Say, who is your ideal artist to work with? Who is your ideal artist to work with? Somebody maybe you want to collab with, or?
Oh, I've been collab with.
Yeah. So the question.
Any day, hands down, Chris Brown. I'll do 100 songs and 100 videos and 500 tours any day. But you know what I'm saying? I really like I like country music. I think I want to do something like a country music.
Country music? Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting.
You know, like Little Big Town. I like Little Big Town.
Okay, that'd be a vibe. That'd be a vibe.
Yeah, yep. I met him before too. A couple years back, we was making in the studio. But if they're watching this, what's up?
All right, we got another one right here. It says. So the next one says, how do you know when you need to stick with something career-wise? So how do you know when it's something you need to, that you should stick with?
I don't understand that question. Like stick with something, like something you do? Or stick with the artist, or stick with a manager, or stick with a sound?
I guess they're saying, like, how do you know when something is right for you to actually pursue?
I mean, honestly, like I said, you have to make mistakes. You can't avoid making mistakes. You have to make mistakes. So you can't really be like, how do I know what's right for me? Blah, 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 blah. You just have to kind of know. Like, I know I can't dance. I'm not going to be dancing in my videos, doing backflips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, you just know. And sometimes, of course, you make some moves where it's like, I don't think this is really my kind of, you know, song to make, or this is really my kind of crowd to perform. It depends. So sometimes you just know, because experience, like we said before, experience is a lesson. So you just kind of know.
Yeah. Man, there's an amount of questions asking the same question that everybody wants to know. When are you dropping some new music? That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody wants to know. There's all the questions I scroll through is, when are we getting some new music?
Yo, I knew that. That's when I was like, yo, we gotta go on my live. I was like, they're gonna ask me so much questions. But I want to just let everybody know that the album is done. Just know that it's done, and I'll let them know when I'm dropping music.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You heard it here first. Our album is done. You gonna let us know. We need you to come back for the exclusive, so you can.
It might be this year, it might be tomorrow, it might be next year, it might be 2 years, it might be never.
Let's see. There was a question that came up, and it's interesting that you said you want to collab with some country music. There was a question that asked, what is your favorite style of music? Is it what would you say?
Honestly, I don't have like one style of music. If you listen to my music, it's so different. Yeah. You can't really hear the same thing, but I listen to everything. I listen to trap. I listen to R&B. I listen to hip hop. I listen to house music. I listen to amapiano. I listen to African music. I listen to everything, like everything.
Right. You definitely have them go crazy with letting them know you got new music. Let's see. There's a couple more. All these questions are, what are you dropping? What are you dropping? You're finally back. Let's see. I got a few more. I'm trying to see. Okay, you already he answered the question. He told you guys, he got the album's done, so he's gonna let you know. We gonna let you know when it drops. But in the meantime, man, like I said, we've been doing this series for college students who are interested in the music industry, and had a lot of different industry professionals come and talk about their career and advice. Is there any specific advice that you would give to somebody who is looking to get into this industry?
I mean, like I said, like it's a lot of things that complements an artist. You know what I'm saying? There's one word I use. I always say, you rush in, you rush out. You know what I'm saying? Rome was not built in a day. That's one. you have to be very hardworking and very loyal, because what you don't understand, when you're hardworking and you're loyal to the people that are working for you, they tend to leave the fact that, and I don't know why a lot of people don't understand it, they tend to leave the fact that, okay, we understand that we're all making money together, but when everybody's working so hard, we put so much hard work into it, it becomes not about the money anymore. It becomes about the hard work and the stress and the late nights, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, the times backstage when we're sick and we know we have to deliver, we have to perform. So it becomes, you have to love yourself as an artist, do you understand? To make sure that, you know what I'm saying, everything just goes smoothly. Nothing will go smoothly, that's impossible, but hard work, loyalty, and there's work with people. Do you understand?
Right. Yeah.
Some people like just, I want to do everything myself. You can't do everything yourself. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Get in the studio with multiple producers. You know what I'm saying? Know the kind of sound that fits you. Know the kind of sound that fits you, that you know, look, I can deliver this type of record. A lot of records they bring to me, I'm like, look, I can't deliver this record. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Know your sound, stick to it. And that is it. There's nothing, like I said, there's no manual for this. There's no manual. There's no real manual for success. It's just really the basics. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing it.
No, that's great. That's great. That's great advice, man. We appreciate you being here. I mean, last question that I have for you before we wrap up is, I mean, you've already accomplished so much in the music industry. Like you said, you've been doing this since you were younger. What's next for you on your plate? I know you said the album is done, but what would be like the next goal that you would want to hit in music?
I don't know, man. Like I say, like every time, like somebody asked me this question, like, at what point in life did I know that I made it? I was like, there's never really a point in life, because every time you think you've made it, there's always something greater. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep making music and just spread this culture around the world. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna change life. I know it's gonna be bigger than it is now. Whatever God has planned for me, I know it's gonna be huge. But I just want to keep making music and just spread the culture and just explode this culture and just, you know what I'm saying? Just set my name in stone. Set my name in stone. You know.
Yeah. Man, well, thank you so much again for being here, and everybody who's tuning in. You know, we see the likes going crazy. We got a big drop today, knowing that the album is done. So we just gotta wait for it to come out. But you know, again, we want to appreciate you for being a part of the Grammy Museum's Mentorship Monday series. This was our last one, so you wrapped it up in a big deal. Special shout out.
Thank you. I thank you guys. I thank you guys for giving me this opportunity too. I was really excited when I saw it. So
yeah, no, we gotta get you back when the album comes out to come do some more. We have, you know,
of course,
education programs that happen.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure. So anybody who's watching right now, if you guys want to keep up with what we're doing, learn more about the education programs we're doing with the Grammy Museum, go to the Grammy Museum's page, and you can learn much more about the different education programs that we have coming up. And we just, you know, thankful to have you. Special shout out to Reach Higher Initiative, Grammy U, Recording Academy. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Obio, Bade, signing out. One love. I'll see you guys next. I'll see you guys next day when I drop music.
All right.